Yeah, and before we get into that, just congratulations to the Pacers, their organization, Rick, his staff, and all their players. They played a great series, so congratulations to them.
Coach, obviously you were at a disadvantage, shorthanded, but you were never able to find your defensive footing today. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, we started slow, and they're a good offensive team. We made a run. I thought the end of the second, we played pretty good. We got some activity going. Then we made a run in the third, and then we fell short. We just, I thought guys gave everything they had, and that's all you could ask. And so it was a battle all year, and there was nothing left to give at the end.
Do you know when Jalen broke his hand?
I don't know exactly.
How tough is it for his season to end like that?
Yeah, just, it's unfortunate. You hate to see all the injuries, and, Josh and OG just to try to give us whatever they had, it says a lot about them. And then, it was hit after hit. That's part of it. And the guys responded all year long. So, I'm disappointed in the sense that we're not going to play anymore. But I thought they were a great group to be around, and they gave everything they had.
Obviously, when you look at the players that have been hurt, do you look at this as a success, even though you guys lost tonight, that you guys were able to fight and get this far?
Yeah, the thing that you, as a coach, you always measure, okay, what does the group have, and are we getting everything out of the group? And the only thing you could ask for is everyone puts forth their best effort. And we got that all year from these guys. So, and I think what goes along with that is peace of mind and knowing that you did your best. And so that's all you could ask for. And a lot of teams, I think, would have folded. They didn't. Like, we took the hit with Mitch, and then, then you add in Julius and OG, your starting front line, and then Bogey goes out. So that and it was hit after hit, but these guys never folded. They kept fighting. And so that's all you could ask for.
I'm sorry, what you see with OG? He started the game, hit his first 2 threes, and never came back in.
Yeah, just the way he was moving. I didn't want to risk it. It's just, I thought, like he just the lift from him hitting the shots, and then I didn't feel like he was moving well, and this didn't make sense.
Tom, what was?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't think it was worth the risk. I don't want to take a chance. I love OG, so if it. I talked to medical, and we knew it was going to be. We didn't know what it was going to be until he got out there, and so he gave us everything he had, and that's all you can ask for.
You went through some defense, Pacers, shot 76% for a second. That was just retributed, and that was just having some really elite shot making.
Yeah, they made shots that they're a very good offensive team. You got to challenge their shots. And we probably, didn't challenge them as well as we should have, So, but when you're shorthanded, like we know we have to play with great intensity all the time to give ourselves a chance to win. And so, I think if you fall short of that, and sometimes the ball goes in and yours doesn't. But I thought for the most part we fought all year, and then to come back in the third quarter and make a run again, and then we fell short, and that's when Jaylen, I knew when he went out in the third, I knew something was awry.
Tom, what was the process in getting OG actually cleared? And
that's all medical, so that he's got to go through the protocol with them, and then if they clear him, and then he feels like I talked to him at length yesterday, and he wanted to give it a shot. And so in medical, thought he could, so, and then we didn't know what it would look like until he got out there.
Coach, you've coached a lot of seasons.
Yeah.
The season, except for one team, always ends with a loss.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this year's team compared to all the other teams you have? What's going to stand out for you?
Yeah, just, like I said, knowing that they gave best effort all year long, I could live with the result. It's disappointing. In the end, there's going to only be one happy team, everyone falls short. 29 teams will fall short. So if you've given everything that you have, you could live with whatever the result is. There's no regret. And so this team fought like crazy. I think in many ways they exceeded everyone's expectations, except probably our own. We wanted to keep going, So we always had the belief that we had enough, whoever was in there. So.
Tom, I know it's hard when a season ends like this, but can you talk about just what Jaylen did this year? I mean, he was the only starter left, but by the end of the year, from the beginning of the year, and what he went through.
Yeah, I think, it's a testament to who he is, too, because when you look at his season last year, it was remarkable. And then his playoff run last year was remarkable. And then to take the step this year that he's taken, it says, a lot about who he is. And he's never satisfied. He always wants to do better. He always, and that's what I love about him. I love his mentality. And, and I think it permeates the team. It's, like when you see someone with that approach and the fact that, he cares so much about his teammates. He's a great leader. What Josh gave us, and it's hard to measure Josh just because of all the intangibles. And I thought Dante had a terrific season, and then Deuce, the way he stepped up. And I think he's found his footing, and he had a terrific season as well. But we had a lot of guys step up. Isaiah really had a monster season for us as well. Jericho gave us really good minutes. Precious gave us good minutes. And so you don't want to see the injuries that we had, but that's part of it. But then oftentimes what comes from that is the opportunity for other guys to get in there and get something done. And that's what I was proud of is there was no excuse making. It was let's just find a way to win.
Coach, you talked about cutting the lead to 7 in the third quarter. Then you had 3 straight turnovers.
Yeah.
What did you see in that action? They have ball pressure.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's our margin of error is really tight, and so the defense, the rebounding, and the low turnovers, and obviously our defense wasn't there. The rebounding we fell short. The turnovers, were low, but we had the costly ones in the third quarter. We had a small window to maybe crawl back into a 7, and then you have 2 bad possessions, and that changes things. The same thing happened in Indiana, and it was 5 in the third quarter, and we had 2 loose balls that turned into 2 threes for them. So sometimes that's the way it goes.
Projecting into the summer and the next season, what does this team need to take the next step?
Yeah, and it's hard to say like right now because it's raw and you haven't had a chance to dig into everything, and so we'll get a chance to do that, and then to sit down and we have draft picks, there's free agency, there's all that stuff, but also to dig into our team and lock into like how we can get better and make another step. And so there's the internal development, then there's the draft, which you always can add talent there, and then free agency and the trade. So we'll dig in deep, but usually what we try to do is take a couple of weeks just to recharge and then do the deep dive and then figure the plan out.
With so many guys missing, would you like to see a chance to see this group come back?
Well, I love the group. Yeah, you couldn't. As a coach, you couldn't ask for a better group. So, yeah.
Last one. You're entering the last year of your contract next year. You could be under conversations for an extension. Is that something you want?
That's something that my agent will take care of. The Knicks have been great to me, so this is where I want to be.
In the third quarter, I went to swipe the ball on Tyrese, and I hit his leg, and yeah.
Jaylen, you played great high school teams, USA Basketball, Villanova. Have you ever played with a group of guys on a team that showed so much resolve and resilience?
Throughout my years, yes. They've all been different, though. In high school, I think we were definitely resilient. In college, obviously, we were resilient in doing the things that we did. And this team is is special in a way that I can't really explain. The way we just fought, the way we just didn't use excuses. We just kept finding ways and to the best of our abilities, and that was just our mindset. And I just love the fact that we have that mindset.
Jalen, Tom had said that, the fact that everyone was able to give everything they had let him kind of feel at peace with the way the season ended. Do you kind of feel similar that you guys all fought, gave everything that you had, and you just kind of ran out of gas, but look how far you guys came. You were able to do something special this year.
He said we're at peace.
That he had peace of mind too. Peace of mind knowing that everybody gave what they had and didn't leave anything in the tank. Do you kind of feel similarly?
I would say that I love the fact of how we fought night in and night out, and I love this group of guys that we have, and just like I said before, our mindset as a group was strong, and some nights when we may have not had what people thought was a team capable of winning, our mindset pushes over that hump, and so definitely proud of what we were able to do this year, and proud of how we fought night in and night out, and obviously the outcome is not what we wanted, but the way we fought, man, it's awesome.
Jalen, is it frustrating that you didn't have all of your healthy parts to be able to battle to get to where you wanted to go?
It's part of the game, and like I said, there's this group. No, we didn't make excuses for anything, and so if things happen, we move forward with what we had, and obviously we want everyone healthy. I think that's the most important thing, but I think as a group, we had that mindset, like, next man up, and we really took it to heart.
Would you look at this season as a success, given what you guys had to go through and where it ended up?
No.
Jalen, obviously you guys have been shorthanded throughout a lot of this run. When you presumably have everybody back healthy next year, what do you think the ceiling for your group is?
We'll talk about it next year.
Jalen, can you take pride in what you accomplished as a ball player during these playoffs?
Do I take pride in what I have accomplished?
Yes.
I would say there's pros and cons to how I played. The pros is obviously I played well individually at some points in time during the playoffs, and the cons are that I didn't play well enough to help my team move forward. And so you can say I got hurt in Game 7. I wasn't playing well in Game 7. We had a 2-0 and a 3-2 lead. And so it's hard to look at things individually when you don't help your team.
Jalen, the Knicks fans, when you were already in the locker room chanting your name at the end of the game, your connection with them, the relationship you have with the fan base seems very special. Can you get into what they have meant to you throughout the season?
They have been nothing but amazing to myself, to this team, to my family, and it's really cool. And so just so thankful for them and everything. And the nights that we needed energy, they provided for us. And the games on the road when we needed energy, they provided for us. And so they're amazing. And I can't really put into words of what they mean to me, but they deserve much more than what we were able to do this playoff run. They deserve much more than that.
Did you realize in the moment that it was broken?
No.
What was it like after, going to the back and getting evaluated, and I presume coming to watch, but knowing you're unable to field?
It sucked. It sucked.
Jalen, we always talk about players and teams evolving, but how did Tibbs evolve this season?
How did Tibbs evolve?
Just as a coach, you've been within the second season. Maybe changes and growth as a coach.
I think Tibbs has the same mindset we do as a team. Tibbs is the reason why we have that mindset. Tibbs is the reason why we, night in and night out, we fight to the best of our abilities. And even though things may not be in our favor result-wise, he makes sure that we have that mindset night in and night out. And so I think he's evolved by just not – he sees everything that everyone says. So, but I think when it comes to us, no, we don't really care what the people on the outside think of us. We don't care what people say, positive or negative. We go forward with what we believe is the best course of action inside this building, inside the organization. And so I think the way that he has evolved is that his players in that locker room have his back no matter what.
Jaylen, you're eligible for an extension this summer. They can't offer you a max.
I'll talk about that another time.
What did you like the shots you were getting before you got hurt? What do you think of what you did?
Yeah, a lot of the shots I make, a lot of shots went in and out. It's part of the game. It sucks that it was happening at the time, but I've had a lot of games where I've started the games terribly and finished the game pretty strong. And so, I can't. We can talk about what I was doing, what was happening, what was going right, going wrong, but just unfortunate.
Jaylen, you came out in the third quarter going to the locker room. Then you came back. Then you went back to the locker room. Were you trying to come back in the game, or are you still assessing what was wrong with your hand?
I thought I just jammed it, to be honest with you, and I looked down and knew something was wrong.
Jaylen, you talked about all this year how you were kind of like motivated by your turnover in the Miami game, or how you played at the end of the Miami game. Is there something you could? Even though you guys had this incredible year with all these injuries, are you the type of guy that's going to pick out the one or two things you didn't do well, and that's going to motivate you, or not?
I go into the summer every year looking back on how I can be better as a player, to be the more complete player I can be. There's obviously going to be a lot of things, X's and O's, physically, and all that stuff I can do to be better. I think the most important thing that I need to do is to continue just to strive for perfection. And knowing that I'm never going to get there, it's just my mindset is I just need to be better every single day. I don't care what I've done as a player. It means nothing. And I got to... I lost my train of thought. I need to be better, and I'm going to go into the season, into the summer, training to be better, and come back ready next year.
Jaylen, last year you guys fifth seed, second round appearance. This year, second seed, second round appearance. Are you happy with the trajectory of the team since you've gotten here?
I think we're making positive strides. We just need to make more.
Jaylen, you said that you didn't think this was a successful year.
Right.
Why do you feel that way, and how would you evaluate the year?
Did we win the championship? Did we get close?
Somewhat.
So, no. That's my mindset. That's just how it is.
Can you just talk about how proud you are of this team and the fight that you guys showed all season long, especially in the playoffs?
Yeah, for sure. That's a good team. I'm not going to discredit them. I'm not going to disrespect them at all. That's a good team with a good coach, and they fought. They came back from down 2-0. They had the chance to quit. They didn't. 3-2. So give them credit. But for us, extremely proud of what we did this season. Through all the injuries, we continued to fight. We didn't make excuses, and I'm happy with that. We gave everything, and we're building something. So I think that's something hopeful. We just gotta, this off season, everyone get in the gym, get better. Let our front office do their thing. Our Tibbs focus on getting ready for next season and be back.
Is it just to end the season this way with you hurting, OG trying to get it going, Jalen broken hand now?
Yeah, it's tough. Wasn't in the cards for us, but like I said, we didn't quit. We didn't make excuses. We battled, and hopefully New York can be proud of that, and be hopeful for us to come.
How about you, Josh? How proud are you of this ball club?
Extremely. Losing, Jew for as many games as we did, that's tough. Losing Mitch twice. OG. You know, like I said, we were playing good basketball. Like I said, it happens. It's a part of this game, and we responded well, and we got better. We built off last year, and next year we're going to build off this.
For you personally, how did you find that inner strength to kind of get out there today and give it everything you had, despite maybe what your body was telling you?
It was Game 7 at the Garden. I mean, everyone's fighting through stuff. So for me, it was just like go out there and do as much as I can. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna walk out here with my head held high. I felt like I gave everything I could this season. Everything I could, this playoffs, to get out there today, I gave everything. At the end of the day, I can be proud of that. Obviously disappointed with the outcome, but I felt like I gave all I had to give.